One of the most profound teachings of Islam I came across after embracing this religion is the concept of ikhlas, or having sincerity, meaning that they do something only to please Allah. That's it. They're not doing it for some ulterior motive. They just want to do something to please Allah, and it's Allah who's going to reward them for it. Take, for example, a guest coming over to your house. Somebody who is not upon guidance, they don't have sincerity in their actions for Allah. This can create a very awkward situation for the host and the guest, because the guest is already in a vulnerable situation. They depend on the host to take care of them. But the host, if they're not upon guidance, they might think, man, I got this guest. I got to give them food and drink, or they're going to be complaining. They're going to be eating my food. This is my provisions. You know, they're causing me harm. They're being a burden on me. And how does this make the guest feel? But not only that, let's say that the host does want to provide some things for the guest, but they have an ulterior motive. They want something from the guest. Oh, I'm going to take care of this guest, but he needs to do this or that for me. Point being, when you lack ikhlas and somebody's not doing things for the sake of Allah, it can create a very problematic, weird environment, right? But when you add sincerity to the situation, it becomes beautiful. Why? The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he taught us, whoever believes in Allah and the last day, let him honor his guest. So somebody with ikhlas, they're going to take care of their guest. They're going to give them food and drink and try to make them as comfortable as possible. Why? Not because they want anything from that guest. On the contrary, if they want something from the guest, that's going to take away from their sincerity. They're doing it for the sake of Allah. They're doing it because they want Allah to be pleased with them. And they understand this life is a test. Part of this test is being generous. You have a guest. You know what the Prophet ﷺ said. Are you going to take care of your guest and be generous and give? Because who gave you in the first place? Who allowed you to host that guest in the first place? It was Allah. Allah provided you with a home. Allah provided you with food and drink. And Allah can provide you with more. He can give to whoever he pleases without measure. And this creates what? It takes away all of that awkward tension. Why? Because the host is taking care of the guest, so the guest is taken care of. And why is he doing it? For the sake of Allah. And who's going to reward the host? Allah, the one who can reward us with eternal paradise in the hereafter. What better reward can anyone give? No one can give a reward better than that.